How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Day 2. Now, like I said, the only reason I'm doing this in 2 parts is because I don't have enough time to get it all done in one day. But today we're going to be working on this car, my 1993 Z28 Camaro, and we're going to be using the new hybrid solutions by Turtle Wax, their black ceramic acrylic polish, and then we'll top it off with their wax. Let's get to it. Now, like I was saying in my earlier video, and if you haven't seen it, look up there in the top right of the screen, and I'll post it up there so you can check it out. But this car has really good paint on it. I mean, it's original to 1993, but you can see it's got a lot of gloss to it already. But it is not perfect. It could stand some depth, it could stand some touch up, and you know, this and that. Because I got hit by a buggy here, got rock chips all over the place. Rock chips on the hood, and you'll have to excuse the wind. Let's walk around to the back. But overall, it looks really good. I mean, it does. I am very proud of this car to be as old as it is. Now, what I wanted to do was just try to use the wax just to see if it was going to do anything for this. But I have decided, since it does need a little bit of paint correction, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually use the polisher. I'm going to use the polish and hit it. I'm going to stay away from the gray because I don't know how it's going to act with the gray. I'll hit this section by hand because there's no scratches or anything in the up to there that I really need to worry about. So I'm going to get that by hand. But everything else is black. I'm going to use the polisher, the DA, and the new Turtle Wax black wax. So let's get to it. Now, I'd like to start off by clarifying a statement or a thought process that I've had in the past. Years ago, I remember seeing chemical guys come out with a wax, one for a black car and one for a white car, and I was like, why? That's just a gimmick. Now, I know they're not the only ones. I've seen colored waxes on the shelves before, and I've always been of the thought process, well, you're spending all this time waxing your car, why not just fix the problem? Fix the bloody problem, and you won't have to worry about it. But then over time, you know, messing with cars, detailing cars, waxing cars, polishing cars, I have slowly begun to realize the reason why you would actually want something like that. Or like the black solutions, you know, like the black ceramic wax from Hybrid Solutions or Turtle Wax. What a name, too many words. Just make it simple, companies, make it simple. But the reason for it is you got an older car, you don't know how thick the clear coat is, or you know the clear coat is pretty thin, or you know it's starting to show signs of going away. In a situation like that, you would actually want to use a colored wax or a colored polish or a combination thereof, because you know you run the risk of hitting it with your DA, your polisher, and actually ruining the paint on it by removing the clear coat because it's so thin. So as I've aged and as I've worked and gained experience, I have come to the realization that there is a purpose for these. And I'm going to show you the purpose on this black car. Now, this black car, the clear coat is not that thin. Over the years, I have kept this thing waxed really good, and I've only had to really paint correct it just a few times, just a handful of times. So I know there's plenty of clear coat left, because I don't just sit there and ride the clear coat. Every time I do it, I'm not paint correcting. I'm adding polish and adding wax and stuff like that. So, but this car, like I said earlier, and I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind, it needs a paint correction, a slight one. It's got a little bit of oxidation here and there. It's got a few swirl marks here and there, a little bit of spider webbing, and that's what we're going to take care of with this. I really want to give the Turtle Wax full benefit of the doubt. That's why I'm going to use both. I'm going to apply the polish with my dual action polisher, and I'm going to apply the spray wax by hand. The reason I apply any wax by hand is because you get full benefit of it. It actually works better if you apply it by hand. The durability is there. But my point is, if you have the opportunity to apply anything by hand, if you want the durability, it's best to do it by hand. Machine will do it quicker and everything, but the durability is just not there. So let's get out. We'll get to doing this. I won't show you the whole car. I'll just show you me doing like the hood or something, and I'll show you half and half. And the way this is going to work is you put 4 dime size blobs of polish on your pad, spread it around, turn it on low speed, you work it in, you spread it, then you speed it up to a higher speed, and that's where you get your paint correction. And the polymers and stuff in it is what's going to give you the paint correction. And with it being a polish rather than a compound, it's going to help bring the depth of the colors back. Well, after you do that, you then have to wipe it off with a moist microfiber towel. And what that does, it activates the color enhancers, as they call it. So that's where you're supposed to really get your pop, and it actually sets the wax, if you will, right? Or activates it, however you want to look at it, but it actually sets it in place. And I'm going to wait 24 hours, come back tomorrow afternoon and apply the wax. It doesn't say that I have to wait, but I'm going to. Let's get out here and I'll show you how the polish works. It's straightforward, just like there's a couple extra steps, like hitting it with the damp microfiber towel. But here we go. Now I'm going to read the instructions to you, and this is where I'm going to have issue. The packaging looks great, it really does, but it's in the information where I have the issue. As you can see, hybrid solutions, black paint, color enhancement and protection. Directions, this is where you should be getting all your information on how to apply, right? To make that car look really, really good. Wrong. They've hidden something in here that they should have put up there in the directions. Allow paint to cure for 24 hours before washing or applying an additional coat. That right there is where I have issue. Let me read it again. Allow paint to cure for 24 hours before washing or applying an additional coat. That should have been up in the directions. Should have been in the very last thing it said in the directions. Now this product actually has black dyes, black polymers in it, so that's why I'm going to be using gloves this time. As you can see, it is black as soot. Put the top on nice and tight, make sure it's shut. And always shake it up. As you can see, I got turtle wax pad on here. Got this product shaking up really well. It says 4. And like everybody else, I got some on me when I open it up. That's why you want to use gloves. But you can see how dark this is. And it will stain the pad. Actually, it has a pretty nice smell to it though. As you can see, there's 4 dots. Alright, now we're going to wipe it off. Brand new microfiber towel. I'm gonna tell you what, I can already tell a difference. I don't have it all wiped off yet. If you look on here, you can see the dye, the pigment. But whenever I move, and it actually comes off better in a circular pattern. But if you look at it, you can see right across there, right where I polished, and that's without hitting it with water. So let's hit it with water and see what happens. Now I'm gonna hit it with the damp rag. As you can see, it's nice and damp. Off the excess, and what this does, it knocks down any high spots, and it activates the color enhancers, or shine enhancers if you will. You can just tell right across there. And see, that's going to be my problem is, with this car, it's already glossy as heck to start with. But you can just tell. But that's all you do. Hit it with the polish, take the excess off, hit it with the damp cloth, and then hit it with another dry towel if you need to, but it's just always dry. It's gonna be hard to see in this lighting, but you can tell a big difference. You can see where when I was getting this, it overlapped over here. Right in there. You can see it. Well, at least I can. I don't know if you can or not. I'm trying to rotate the camera back and forth so you can see it. But it's definitely adding some shine to it. I will give it that. So let me get on with the rest of the car. The polish wipes off very, very easily. And just for kicks, I decided to go ahead and try to put the polish on my stripes, which is non-black, so just to see what happens. But I have a strong feeling that if I would leave it and let it dry, it would not come off, because I had some sling, and I'll show it later in the video, and after it dried, it just would not come off. Here I have like 3 or 4 scratches. They're not big, they're not deep or anything, but I'm going to try to use the polish to get them out. And you have to keep in mind that when you use a polish, it is not very abrasive at all. Toothpaste is more abrasive than a polish. Polish's main benefit is bringing back the depth of shine. And with this turtle wax, it actually does a very good job, because it has some SiO2 in it, which is ceramic, for lack of better terms. But ceramic is widespread, loose term these days. But I wanted to see if it would actually get these scratches out. So here I'm trying to see if it will. And after the first pass, I'll wipe it off, and you'll see that it did an okay job, but it didn't get them out. So I'm actually going to have to make a second and third pass just to work on it. And even then, if you got the light on it just right, you would still see the scratches, but they are almost gone. Now, as I mentioned in the video earlier, this polish has a black pigment in it to help hide scratches and swirl marks in black paint. And as you can see in this water, I have it soaking in Dawn, and it's just pulling all the black out of the pads. Here you can see just how dirty the water does get, how much dye is in the polish, and it actually stains your pads. You can still reuse your pads and everything, but just keep in mind that they will be stained. It will not transfer to other paint. Man, I tell you, I ain't as young as I used to be. It did take long though. You know, there's certain spots that I wanted to be sure to get and everything, and I got them. So you may be asking right about now, did it work? How's it look? Well, remember, this is just the polish stage. There's no wax on this at all. Get away from me, Nat. Till it's springtime now. There's no wax on this at all. So did it work? Let me get you down here where you can see. What do you think? I think it worked wonderfully. I mean, there's no wax on this. This is just straight polish. Oh my goodness gracious alive. Yes, I really like it. It hit a lot of things. You can look at the front now, where I was showing you earlier, all the rock chips and everything. It filled in a lot of the small ones, made them disappear, which is what this is intended to do. It's intended to make older cars look better, and that's exactly what it does. Look at the gloss on that. Oh my goodness. Now I could get that with a straight up regular wax. I really could. But it still wouldn't be as good because of the scratches, of the rock chips and stuff like that. This stuff actually hides all that. Wow. Am I pleased with it? Absolutely. This is one of those products, like I said earlier, you start using it, it doesn't look like it's making any difference, and then when you walk away and come back, it's like, where'd my car go? That's a new car. But just look at the shine on that right now. And I haven't even put the wax on it. Wax coming tomorrow. So yes, I am ultimately happy so far. Now I don't like the fact that, I don't like the consistency of it. Every time you open the top, you get it all over you. So tip, open the top one time and leave it open. That's what I ended up doing after the third time. I ended up just leaving it open. You're gonna be using it pretty quickly anyway. And like I said, just look at the shine on that. Wow. But yeah, we're still in the polish stage. Like I said, a polish is just, it's just a very small cut. You're not going to get any really big scratches out with it. You're not going to get any really big swirl marks. It just has just enough in there to take out light swirl marks. And the whole purpose of it is to bring back the depth of the color. And that's exactly what this done. It brought back the depth of the color, got out all the swirl marks that I could see, all the halos that I could see, and it definitely brought back the color. Holy moly. Wow. You know, like I said, I'm going to be using it on the Tahoe too, but I'm just going to use the wax on that just to see the difference in the two. Now, one caveat, however you want to say it. One thing I do not like about it, the fact that it's a dye. It gets all over everything. That's why I wear gloves. I normally don't wear gloves doing this type of stuff. I should, I know, but I normally don't. But a black dye, I mean, it gets all over everything. You see, it's all my pants, right? All over my pants. Got all over me. And if you have any sling, let me show you. If you have any sling at all, and you let it dry, you don't catch it, you're going to be stuck with it for a few months. Well, there you go. Just finished applying the polish and everything, and I got to admit, I am very, very enthused about it. It brought back the color, it took care of some minor imperfections, it did okay on medium scratches, but on the small stuff it filled it in or got rid of it altogether. And that's what a black polish is supposed to do. Anything it can't get rid of is supposed to hide, up to a certain point, of course. Now with this polish, it has some SiO2 in it, so that means you're going to get some protection out of it too. How long? I don't know. If I had to guess, out of most SiO2 infused products, a month, maybe, you know. So, you know, it's good to let this cure for 24 hours and go ahead and put something else on it. Now, I don't know that a month is hard fact. I'm just assuming because of other products like this that I have used. But man, I'm really pleased with it. So until next time, you guys and gals get out and enjoy your car. I'm going to get busy enjoying mine, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.